So then I ordered like 8 chapsticks because I wanted.
Gotta get you through the winter.
Dude. And I was out. So I was only using Burt's Bees chapstick, which is a good backup, but I don't always want to taste of peppermint.
Oh, yeah.
And their other flavors are a different formula, so they don't stay on as long.
Do they not have an unscented, like an unflavored? They've got to have plain, don't they?
Not that I've seen. And even then, this is their original formula.
Oh, okay.
And I think it has more beeswax than the other ones do, which
Oh.
means that it stays on longer. Anyway.
You like a coat.
Well, I don't want to put it on fucking constantly. That's annoying. I want to put it on and forget about it for an hour or two.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah. You know me. I'm a set it and forget it kind of girl. Mm-hmm. Although I have been choosing crystals daily lately.
Oh.
Which is much more of an Ashley practice than a Kayla one. But I've been kind of enjoying it to see which ones call to me.
I love that.
To slide in my little leggings pocket.
Ooh, what you got today?
Pyrite.
I love that. I have a little fairy pyrite.
Oh, what's a fairy pyrite as opposed to just like a pyrite?
It's just a pyrite that's in the shape of a fairy.
Oh. Well, that'll do it. Yes.
I saw it. Mm-hmm. So Shay had it in one of her boutiques. She
yes, Lavender Dreams Company.
Yeah, she had it at one of her spots, and she did a little reel or something on it, and I saw it, and I was like,
sold.
Yes,
Gimme.
I was like. It felt like 2 minutes later, I was like throwing my car in reverse and like driving to wherever it was. So I was like, oh, I have to have that immediately.
I love that. Yeah. Oh, this is getting stronger, that relaxation gel.
Yeah, I think it feels great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you guys notice us tingling, it's because we put on this like pepperminty relaxation gel before doing this. Ooh. Yes, just a little zhuzhing for the system.
Oh, it feels good. It smells wonderful, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it a lot. I'm a fan. We're cute.
We're so cute. I like that for us.
Me too.
Yeah. So, you guys, we thought we would do a little, like, catch up. What's going on? What are we working on? What's working? What's not working for us? Mostly because I know we're planning some big, like, partnerships and collabs for some upcoming episodes. Yes. And so I think that's where my strategic brain is on planning those. We're going to have a amazing local energy healer on, and we're going to have a astrologist on, and she's going to be magical.
I'm so excited.
And then we are going to have on a pleasure-based weight loss coach, which I hesitate to bring the like weight loss aspect because to me right now where I am in my journey, weight loss is going to be the byproduct of loving myself.
Yes.
Like that's not my focus. That's the byproduct that's going to happen from me learning to nourish my body in delicious ways that are healthy for me. Right. And I've already gone such a long way in moving my body in delicious ways that feel pleasurable and not like a fucking punishment, which is what moving my body used to be.
Yeah.
A requirement or a punishment. And when I say punishment, I mean I would work out because I was too fat. So I have to like push hard to be not that. And that's just not what I'm here for anymore, to be quite honest. No. So I'm excited to have Kirsten come on and speak with you guys because she's got so many beautiful hot takes on how to make moving your body and nourishing your body pleasurable.
I think that's so great. I'm so excited. I have not yet spoken with her, but I think we're going to have a chat before we...
Yes, before we actually record, we'll have a little meet and greet so you can meet her.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great. I think it will be great. I know we've had an episode on kind of our experience with, diet culture.
Oh, yes,
and things like that in the past.
On our self-love for your body episode. Yeah. Something like that.
kind of how...
I don't remember. This is what? Rose, do you have something to talk about? This is what, our, 30th episode? Is this our 30th episode?
No, this is our 31st.
Oh my god, it is. Did we cheers our 30th episode last time?
No.
Well, just in case we didn't.
Cheers to that. And
yes.
cheers to 31.
Yes. And what better to cheers with than our Karma Coffee. Our, what is it? It's the creme brulee blend.
So good.
Ooh, and did you see that we might be up for doing the waffle flight at Karma Coffee?
Yes.
Depending on how early we want to get up tomorrow morning. Nancy said she was in for it.
I'm in.
Karma Coffee has waffle flights right now, meaning waffles for 3 to 4 people. Different, I think there's a cinnamon sugar one. I think there's a berry flavored one. The pictures just look orgasmic, if I'm being quite honest.
And they put some berries on the tray, and
little egg bites.
Yes.
Oh my god, it just looks fucking fantastic.
And they're the heavenly waffles too. So
they are the heavenly waffles.
There's protein in there, and they're
light and fluffy.
They're so delicious. Yes, I'll be there. I put the kids on the bus at 7:45. So after that,
it's me. Okay.
I'll pick you up.
Can I? Okay, great. I don't know if that's early enough for Nancy. We'll have to check.
Oh, it's got to be earlier than that?
I don't know. I'm not sure what early for a landscaper means.
Oh.
That might be 6 a.m. for her.
Is there going to be also a puppy? Because if there's a puppy...
That's a good point. Our friend Nancy just got a puppy named King, and he's so fucking cute. I can't even...
What is he, a bull mastiff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he is so cute.
Oh my gosh, he's so chunky.
I just want to give his face some squishes.
Uh-huh. Loving consensual squishes.
Yes.
Squishes.
So if there is a dog and a waffle flight...
I'll get up at 6
Yeah! For sure.
Yeah, if Nancy throws King into the mix, I'm there.
Yeah.
I love that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, go get yourself a waffle flight if you're local to Omaha. And if you're not local to Omaha, feel free to travel here.
Yes.
It's a destination.
It is a destination.
Yeah. There's stuff to do. There's waffle flights. We're a foodie town, so if you're a foodie person, just come to Omaha to sample all the fucking delicious food we have here.
So much good food.
Oh my god. And Karma has such good breakfast sandwiches.
Yes, and the people that work there are a delight.
They truly are. They're so sweet. Mm-hmm. So anyway, cheers to 31 with Karma Coffee. Yay!
All right, should we intro?
Oh my god, yes! Hi, beautiful humans. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome.
A podcast of healing out loud for humans spelunking through their deepest hearts.
Yeah.
Do. I at least got the first few notes correct
you
this
did.
time.
I like it. You did great.
Well, to be honest, it had been a while since I had watched back some of our episodes.
Oh, really?
Well, I think during the summer, things were so hectic that slowing down to rewatch something that I had already lived once didn't seem like a viable opportunity.
Yeah.
Or option. But I really enjoyed rewatching it. And what's funny is that when I rewatched, I think not our affirmations episode, it was a couple after that.
Okay.
I rewatched something recently and I was really judging myself. I was surprised at myself.
What were you judging yourself about?
Whether or not our content was good enough. Was presented well enough. And I know it's another layer in my healing spiral of being seen and of feeling like I am enough. Mm-hmm. And even now, I feel like just the slightest little 5% flutter of nervousness, even just talking about it out loud now. Mm-hmm. And I was really surprised because that wasn't the energy that I thought I was going to get when I was vibing with it. Yeah. I just wanted, like, I don't know what you were doing, but it was because I had, like, severe crampaloos for, like, 2 weeks. Oh, right. So I just was wanting, like, a snuggle sesh. Yeah. And Fred has just brought in the biggest stick.
He did! Fred, only wands can come inside.
It's true.
Max would not even consider that a wand.
No, that is for sure a stick.
Do you want me to take it?
Usually he doesn't eat it, he just chews it, and I'll just clean it up.
All right, it'll give him something to do. Yeah. Great.
I'll keep an eye on him,
Okay, so anyways, you were wanting a snuggle sesh.
Yeah, I just wanted, like, a nice little chill, like, just, I don't know, cozy slumber party vibes. Yeah, yeah. And what better way to do that than to invite my best friend and myself into my own living room, right? Yeah. Like, if you want to talk about self-love, watching yourself back. So that's what I wanted. And so I was really surprised by the new layer of judgment. Oh. So it was on pacing. It was specifically our pacing in,
was it
like,
too slow?
That's what my brain was saying, was that it was too slow to be worthwhile, that no one would listen to us. And I was like, hold on, sweet brain. I understand that you want this optimized. And in a world where I think especially with AI editing help becoming more prevalent, like, there are editing tools that will take out your spaces and take out your ums and uhs. And
I don't feel like we and
we do sometimes, not super often, because we are fairly practiced public speakers with our teaching backgrounds. So I feel like we went through our stage where we ummed and ahhed a lot. Yes. But I'm really reluctant to use a feature like that because it's just another way, like, it's just another Instagram filter. Yeah. It's just another way to make yourself seem less perfect, or to seem more perfect than the reality of you. And that's not the vibe that I want to bring to the podcast anyway.
No, I do not want to dehumanize us.
No, because what happens if you take those little pauses out is that you lose the authenticity of the thought that goes into the responses, or how a normal human person carries on a conversation. Right. Because it's not all fast. And
you think if we did that, then we would sound like robots?
Not that we would sound like robots, but we would be giving an unrealistic expectation of our conversations. Yes. Or an unrealistic expectation of what it looks like to be a public speaker.
That's true.
So recently in one of the Facebook groups that I was in, someone posted about starting a public speaking club for people who wanted to start podcasting later. And I think that's such a cute idea. And with so many people already using editing software like that, it makes the barrier to good enough even higher.
Right. The barrier for entry, right?
Yes. Yes. Because if you think that you have to be perfect to start a podcast, you're wrong. You so super don't.
But does it make it higher, or does it make it more accessible? Does it make those people who are maybe more nervous about starting?
It gives them like a safety net.
Yeah. Does it give them the feeling of comfort that, I can start, and this is a way that it can help me?
I think that yes, 1000%. It can totally do that. Mm-hmm. And when you are only good enough from a place of correcting yourself, when you are only good enough from a place of editing parts of yourself literally out, you don't hold space for all of you. You shove the part of you that takes time to think, or the part of you that does have an or an and shoves it kind of in a corner and says, baby, stay there, right?
Valid.
And I think that it truly depends on where you are in your process. You can only grow as fast as the slowest part of you feels safe to grow. That Karen Drucker quote I bring out all the time.
I love that quote.
Because it's so important.
It really is.
And so if you are at a place where you can love what you have produced because you've used an AI software, I think that's beautiful. And I invite you to let yourself be more of you out loud.
Right. And I think that even with that.
Did he just take that stick back outside?
Yeah, I think he did.
He took a large chunk of it back out.
I think he did.
You're learning something when we put your sticks back outside.
I'm going to make this a wand.
He's such a dork. And again, for those of you listening, he doesn't eat it. He only chews it. And I'm watching him while we do it.
I think that while it might lower the barrier of entry for some people because it might make it feel more accessible, where they might be nervous, they might worry about their ums and ahs and their pacing or things like that, and the AI tools might help them feel more polished.
Safer. Yeah.
I feel like that kind of boost of confidence could help them to get started, and then going through the process itself eventually will also, with trial and error and practice, give them the skills to,
roll as themselves.
Right,
yes.
right. And, and also you keep saying you have said frequently.
Yes.
Good enough.
Oh, I'm clearly sitting in another spiral of my enoughness wound. Yes.
And so I'm just wondering whose
enoughness?
Enoughness.
Great coaching question, Ace. Helping people identify whose expectation it is definitely like a base layer coaching question. So I love that.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Your own enoughness is the only enoughness that matters. And I say that frequently when it comes to the idea of public speaking in general.
Right.
That your true fear is not what other people think. It's what you are going to think about yourself when you receive their comments.
Yeah.
So is XYZ comment about you, judgment made upon you, going to spiral you into crying in the shower? Or are you going to hold yourself gently? And it depends on what tools you have access to, what emotional capacity you have. I'm a large fan of crying in the shower when it needs to happen.
Yes.
So are you going to choose to believe them? Or are you going to feel your feelings and love yourself anyway?
Yes.
Regardless of that comment.
Right.
So I know consciously that that's the only enoughness that matters. And there's a cute little public speaking coach in my head who analyzes and processes.
Yes.
And I think that that is something that I get to engage with letting go of.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. Didn't know I needed to let go of that, but now I do because Ashley asked me a really deep question.
Who knew, man?
Alchemical questions.
Woo!
I feel like my hand was really hot. Your hand was not that hot. No, that's about the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, new one.
I think that's the same
it's the
one.
same
I think
one.
he just keeps bringing it in and out. He's a goose.
He is.
As long as he's a quiet goose. That's all I need.
Valid.
He's so sweet. I'm going to miss him over Thanksgiving.
I know.
You guys, we're boarding our dogs for the first time.
I know. Last time I got to watch him.
I know, but we didn't want to fuck with your Thanksgiving. You'll have such a breezier Thanksgiving.
Well,
I have no idea. I don't know what your Thanksgivings are like, to be honest. I hope so. Oh. So my dog Mama Heart is...
Well, you get to watch them on the cameras.
I do get to watch them on the cameras. And I'm ready to let go to see how it goes. And I'm like, but my babies, they'll be alone on Thanksgiving. And then I just imagine Fred, like, stealing Carlton's turkey off of the countertop and it landing on the floor. You know what I mean?
Like Christmas Vacation style?
Totally, except the turkey would be in way
So
better
good.
shape than the Christmas Vacation turkey. But he would just be a nuisance in the kitchen at this particular age and skill set that he has right now. Mm-hmm. And I would like my father-in-law and my brother-in-law to not have that friction.
Yeah.
Because they would get mad at him, and then I would get upset.
And are you leaving? You're leaving Rose as well?
Yes. Well, because I don't want to just send Fred, because then he's alone without his partner in crime. Oh my God, it was so funny. We need to practice taking Rose away from him more often, because I didn't realize how bonded he was to her.
Okay.
Because Rose had to do her meet and greet at the boarding place separately for a variety of reasons.
Right.
That's not worth going into. So Carrie had to take her, and I stayed home with Fred. And Fred fretted the entire time she was gone. He doesn't fret when Carrie's gone, but Carrie took Rose, and that was unacceptable.
Oh, no.
So we need to separate, like practice that separation.
Yeah.
Because I want them to love each other, but I also want Fred to be independent.
Right.
Also.
And I bet Rose was just pleased as punch.
I'm sure. Rose
She
was like,
like,
a solo adventure.
This
Great.
is a great vacation. Can we do this more often?
So for the both of them,
Yes.
it should happen more often. Little noodles. Well, there's been very little reason to do it, but now I've seen a reason.
And I bet when she got back, she was probably excited to see him too.
Probably. I don't remember. I just was focused on Fred because he was so excited. You've seen Fred excited when someone comes home.
Yes.
Triple it at
Oh
least.
my gosh.
He was losing his little mind.
Oh,
Sweet
that's
one.
so cute. Oh, he's laying down so nice right now.
I know. He's such a good boy.
He is so sweet.
He really is.
He is the noodleist.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He is filled with noodles.
I love him so much.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I'm working on myself with.
Yeah.
A little bit more on that enoughness wound. Another layer in the spiral. And being away from my babies.
Yeah.
What are you working on? What are you sitting with?
Well, this morning we worked through some of my, I don't know, what is that? What would you call that?
Fear of being seen.
Oh, yeah.
Fear of creating content for your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that. I have a lot of ideas, and I have a lot of things ready to go. And I'm excited about it. And then I sit there. Mm-hmm. Is this my freeze? Is this it? Is this my freeze? Oh God, is this my freeze?
Everyone experiences freeze. It's okay.
I thought I was spiked.
You are the whole spectrum.
Yeah, I think you have a little bit.
You fawned before too.
Oh yes,
you know what
I
mean?
definitely know.
So
that
your nervous system will meet whatever your situation is with the reaction that it thinks is appropriate. So if keeping you still is what will keep you safe and small and in your comfort zone, then it will keep you still.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's okay. It's just your unconscious mind trying to protect you. But
yeah.
We did a lovely energy healing, energy meditation. I don't know what to call it yet because I just made it up.
It was like a visualization
thing. It was. Yeah. It was almost like a hypnotic visualization. Energy healing.
Yeah.
I'll come up with a word for it.
It was beautiful.
Such is the life of a manifester. Like creating new things, not knowing what to call it. On the fly. But it was something that I wanted to practice with someone because it's something that I do for myself that I find so helpful. Mm-hmm. And if you are an energy healing nerd out there and you just want to know what the process was, I had Ashley, is it okay that I share this?
Please.
Okay. I had Ashley sit down and visualize creating a banquet or baked cookies or a tea party. I allow the person to come up with whatever they want.
They were blueberry muffins.
Oh. So to create an item of hospitality in preparation to having some of her parts that were afraid, parts that feel fear and want to stay small. Basically anything that was keeping her from being vocal and posting and creating content for her business. We invited them to, did you do picnic style? Were you at a table?
It was picnic style.
I love that.
Yeah.
Were you outside or inside?
We were outside.
That vibes for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was beautiful.
And to do this, I usually say things like, imagine yourself in your most delicious, comfortable space. So then it's whatever the person comes up with in their own mind. And then I invited her to create that hospitality, which was the muffins. And then to invite all of those parts to come in and sit at the muffin picnic.
Yeah.
And then I invited Ashley to resonate with the frequency of love and the frequency of who she is and send it out to those parts. And then we invited those parts to match that frequency. And then we invited those parts to merge with the wholeness inside.
Yeah.
And like I knew it would work because I do that for myself all the time. And I'm excited that you got to experience it.
Yeah, I'm excited I got to experience it too because now I feel ready to do all the things.
Yeah. So what are all the things? What do you want to do?
I've had a bunch of like scripts written for content that I want to put out. So I want to make those. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So I want to make those and I want to like schedule them out. So like, but knowing me, I'm going to make them and I'm going to be like, I want to drop it now. And so like, there's just going to, but I will try. I'm going to pace it. I want to pace it.
Just do it however you desire to do it.
Yeah.
Don't should yourself into any corners.
Yes, that's also true. But I really do want to pace it because I would like to.
I love that.
Experience the pleasure of a job well done.
Yes. Who says that quote again?
I don't remember. It was in one of my tarot readings.
Oh, that's right. From a tarot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So beautiful.
Yes, and it just resonated with me. Experience the pleasure of a job well done.
I mean, I'm all about creating pleasure in what we're doing in this world. And
I was like, oh, it doesn't have to be about structure. It doesn't have to be about like, oh, earning rest. It doesn't have to be about getting a job done. It's just about the pleasure of doing something well.
Yes, your definition of well.
Yes.
And I feel like that's something that I can apply in the kitchen, actually.
Yeah.
As we were saying this phrase over and over again, I was like, oh, I can apply that to the process of cooking instead of everything being a frenzied frazzle to make sure things are done on time or done at the same time.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the pleasure of doing things pleasurably, which is what I desire in the kitchen.
Yes.
I desire freedom and joy and to find enjoyment in the process, which feels like pleasure.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And maybe I focus more on cooler foods because you don't have to worry about things being hot at the same time.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah. I know when I would cook with my grandma growing up, we would make like a hot thing. Like a main course or whatever. But she would always have, like the rest of dinner was almost always
Cold. I love that for her. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, like, we would prep, like, during the day or the afternoon, we would prep salads ahead of time, like, just lettuce and carrots and stuff. Mm-hmm. And we would just put them in the fridge. And then at dinner time, like, in individual bowls, like my grandpa's bowl with, like, all the radishes and all the extra stuff that he liked. And then, like, my grandma's bowl and my bowl. And they were all just in the bowls ready.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And then,
I'm a steal your grandma's tricks.
Yeah. It was just great. Or, like, in the afternoon, we would, like, cut up cucumbers and tomatoes and throw a little Italian dressing in it. And then that was, like, our vegetables on the side. And just let it chill in the fridge with a little dressing on there.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah. Just because, like, then it's easier. Then you just have the one thing that you're waiting on. Mm-hmm. And everything else is already prepped and cleaned up, so.
I am going to bask in that wisdom and see how that can inform some of my decisions going forward. Because I'm devoted to doing this thing. Mm-hmm. So, we're on that journey.
Yeah.
I love that feeling when I know I'm devoted to something.
Yes.
It's the feeling of inevitability.
Yes.
That's a sexy feeling.
Yes.
To have faith in your own inevitability that you will do the thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know it's happening.
Yeah. It's not on an arbitrary timeline.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything that I don't need it to be. It's just, eventually I'm going to do this thing.
Yep. Well, it's happening.
Yep. Like, eventually I will achieve joy and pleasure and enjoyment in cooking on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
How
did that feel to say that out loud?
Good. Yeah. Like, the little pleasure centers in my brain are all lighting up. They're like, all systems go. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. And it's so helpful because when you remove a timeline, your knowing gets to drop in that much more faithfully.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah.
Because it's not this year. It's not in the next 3 months. Mm-mm. It's not fucking today.
Right.
It's, well, I'm on a lifelong journey in this meat suit. And if it takes me the rest of my life, well, then it takes me the rest of my life. But I don't think that it will. Cause it rarely does.
It rarely does. No, and I feel like once that, like, click happens, right? That, like, oh, shit, it's happening. Mm-hmm. Like, then it's just like a sloop. Like, it's like a, like, it's just like a little, like, vacuum seal.
Yes.
Like at the bank.
You're just sucked through the little tube because you stepped into it.
Yeah. It's just like the bank. Bloop.
You don't know how long the tube's going to be. Yeah. You don't know when the outcome's coming, but you're in the tube and there's no getting out of it because you decided.
Yep. Yes.
And when you have that decision mixed with no timelines, mixed with the knowledge that devotion can take 5 minutes or a lifetime, depending on what divine timing happens.
Yeah.
Then holy shit, you get to do whatever the fuck you want in your life. You get to accomplish whatever you want.
Make that magic.
Yeah. Well, and there was a study done, I believe at Harvard, on freshman students, and they had like half of the freshmen set goals for themselves. I don't know if they had timelines or not. That's irrelevant to me. But having goals, things that you want to accomplish.
Right.
And then half of the freshmen didn't. And then they followed up with those same humans like 10 or 20 years after graduation.
Wow.
A real long time.
Yeah.
And the people who had goals had accomplished so much more than the people who didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Not necessarily in meeting their specific goals, not those same goals, but the act of working on things, of seeing things for yourself and working towards getting it, makes you much more likely to advance your life. Even if you have 100 goals, you're more likely to hit 15 of them than having no goals at all.
I wonder how many of those people were neurodivergent.
That's a really great question. I'm not sure. And I think these philosophies that we're talking about today are particularly helpful for people with neurodivergence, because when you have a list of shit you want to accomplish in your life, you don't have to have a timeline on it. And I know that that is where, like, there are hiccups for neurodivergent humans. That's why timelines don't work for me.
Yes, they do not work for me.
So.
But also, so timelines don't work for me also. But without a timeline, I feel like nothing ever gets done sometimes.
So I think there's a difference between giving yourself a timeline on an action and a timeline on achieving a goal sometimes.
Okay.
So I think setting little timelines like today I want to get done XYZ thing that helps me towards my overall goal.
Okay.
That's so much more achievable than having an arbitrary year-long timeline for something that your neurodivergent brain can't necessarily gauge that time well.
Yes. Long-term things, they're so abstract in my brain.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You don't have to play the game of setting hard, long-term goals for yourself. Okay. You can say, this month I have these 3 things that I want done. They're high priority action items. And a month might even be too far out. You might go for a week. Or you might say, of this list of 10 things, today I'm going to get done as many as I can.
Right. Okay.
So you don't even have to put a number on it.
Yeah.
Just having the list of action items to choose from, giving yourself a menu, makes you much more likely to do the things.
A choice board.
I love that. I don't know what a choice board is. I can extrapolate. It sounds great.
I loved making choice boards for my students.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like basically, it's a menu is what it is. Mm-hmm. And it's just like a board, like a tic-tac-toe board or like a bingo board of different items and tasks that need to be done, and you just pick. So like of the choice board. So say everything on this choice. I don't know why it's so hard to say. Choice board needs to be done in the month. You need to do 5 a week to get the whole thing done.
I would say even remove that 5 a week thing. Just say today I'm going to pick some things off of my board.
Right. Yes, but I would probably say, as the teacher teaching 4th graders, helping them with,
helping them perhaps learn a timeline or learn
time management. Holding them accountable.
For sure.
Which sounds like hypocrisy to me now on the outside of it.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of hypocrisy to it because the school system that we have right now functions to train a person a very specific way. And that does not often allow for neurodivergence or creativity or like people entrepreneurial chutzpah.
Or people to be individuals.
I mean, yeah, that too. And...
well, I'm upset about that.
I mean, samesies, but I don't have the time to do anything about it in that way.
But I can just be disappointed in it.
For sure. And there are educational advocates and activists. That's the word I was searching for. Activists who are moving that line forward.
Thank goodness.
And I'll be here in my corner moving the self-love line forward.
Yes.
And you'll be in your corner moving the whimsy line.
Yes.
You know, like...
and I support those doing those things.
Yeah, well, because we can't all do everything.
Yes.
We can't all be...
oh, wait, what did you say? I can't?
No.
That's news to me. Just kidding, guys. I did know that. It's just sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
Because I try a lot of the times. Mm-hmm. Or at least I used to.
Well, and I saw this really beautiful post yesterday. I wish I remembered who had posted it, but I do not. And it was talking about how, like, your car can go up to, like, 220 miles an hour, but that's not the range in which you drive it all the time.
Right.
You know, like...
I don't think my car could go that fast.
We can go 100 miles an hour as human people, but, like,
man.
Maybe we should only be going 60 miles an hour for today, you know?
Whew. That's good.
Isn't it a good metaphor? I'm so sorry I don't remember who wrote it because it's brilliant.
So good.
They had a bunch of other examples also of, like, metaphors in which that is also true.
Yes.
So...
Wow,
these systems that we're talking about, guys, make them work for you. If choosing 5 a day, like Ashley said, feels good for her, then do that for you. If just saying you're going to do the best you can to accomplish a task, half of a task, 1/4 of a task, any progress is progress. And
some days you don't have to make progress. Rest is so important. So don't do things sometimes.
Rest is equally as important.
Rest is progress. Rest is progress. Rest is progress.
Rest is progress. That's someone else's song, but it popped into my head.
Is it really a song?
Ding, ding, ding. I think so.
Rest is progress? Or
no,
just
not
the tune?
Just the tune.
Oh, yeah. Dream, dream, dream.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always got to check when I make up songs. Yeah. Is this a song I already knew? Oh, great. Let's not plagiarize it.
Well, if you're just putting new words on it, I think that's okay. Is that?
It is, unless I'm creating a reel and putting it out as content. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be my original content.
Valid, if that's what you want.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying legally, I think it's okay.
Well, because there's so much, like, parody.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I just I have my own level of integrity that I want on my song singing. Anyway.
Ooh, I liked that. That was my own level of integrity.
Well, because I do.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Thanks for reflecting that.
Yeah, you do. I like it.
Well, because you gotta have something.
Yeah, you gotta have some standards.
Yeah.
I like it.
Especially when you start peeling other people's standards away. You gotta figure out what your standards are.
That's right.
And that's a really fundamental piece of building your own self-love from the inside out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in home improvement shows, I've been watching The Chateau on Peacock.
It's
Escape
so
to the Chateau.
Good. It's my favorite. Good. I'm so glad you found it.
Me too. Well, Amy had recommended it to me like a year ago.
I feel like I've talked to you about it.
We have talked about it. Because I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Because Amy had mentioned it, but I hadn't watched it yet.
Yes.
So anyway, when you are like trying to redo a doorway or whatever, there's like a joist at the top. Yes. And you've got to like support that joist before you can put in the new wider one.
Yes.
And so like sometimes you gotta figure out your internal support. What is it that you need to support you while you put in your own level of integrity or your own insert value here? Yeah. Self-love sometimes is the most delicious, loving renovation you can do. And what a great metaphor, because renovation doesn't always happen overnight.
Oh, like, does it ever happen overnight?
I mean, if you've got millions of dollars and you're doing an extreme makeover, home edition, it can happen over the course of a couple weeks.
I was going to say, it still takes a couple days.
Yeah.
And even then,
you might want to, like, tweak something or,
you got to make it your own.
Change the lamp on that end table.
Yeah. You got to throw your own, like, accent pillows in there.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, what a good metaphor.
I like that a lot. That was a good one.
Good job, Past Kayla. You came up with that.
Good job, Past Kayla. I like it.
Wow, that made me think about time again. I always get weirded out when I think about how the moment of now is the only moment that exists.
Yes.
And every single thing that's happened on this podcast, like today, is gone already.
Yeah.
We cannot re-access those moments of the beginning of this conversation, and
except for I do edit it.
Yes, but you can't relive that moment.
No, I can't relive that moment, but I do.
We have the recording of the memory.
Yes. So that's fun.
That is fun. I mean, that's why we're doing this, so that the people can have it.
Yeah, for the people.
For the people.
And also for us.
Well, yeah, because it's fun. If this wasn't fun, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yes, exactly.
But it's a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because we genuinely are, like, figuring it out, healing it out loud.
Absolutely.
And, like, even as practitioners, like, we're still doing our own inner work, and that's the point. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to have, like, a guru version of yourself that has to be perfect.
Oh, gosh.
That sounds hard.
That sounds exhausting.
Well, because you're hiding yourself all the time. You're constantly requiring yourself to feel like an imposter. Fuck that. Authenticity. I am who I am, and...
What do they call
I am who I am, who I am, who I'll be. And I'll always be coming more of me. That was a fast version, because I knew you wanted to say something. What's up?
What do you call a fake noodle?
Foodle.
An impasta.
Ah, that's funnier than foodle. An impasta. If Fred could understand that joke, he would very much enjoy it. He would
love it so much.
I mean, he would love a noodle joke, for sure.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Yes, he is a good boy.
Yeah, so that's where I am on that. You get to accomplish beautiful things for yourself when you choose to devote, remove anyone else's expectations, such as timelines.
Yeah.
And...
Or judgments.
And just make yourself a giant list of shit that you would love to do in your life. Mm-hmm. And then take little actions as often as feels good.
Yeah.
Like as often as your nervous system allows to getting there.
Yeah.
And the more things you have, the more dreams you can dream up. You might not achieve all of them, and that's okay. The point is that having them means that you're more likely to come up with new ones that you will achieve.
What are some of the things on your list?
My list lives in my head, and I would be a large proponent of urging someone to externalize their list. So thank you for asking that question, because there's a part where I could be leading myself a little bit more specifically.
Okay.
That being said, I have written them down before. I've got a journal somewhere that's got lists and lists. One of them is to live on a house by a lake that has sexy, beautiful trees to watch the colors change in autumn. So that's a goal that I have for myself. I don't know if I'll achieve that specifically. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll live in a beautiful house with beautiful trees and get to watch the colors change, and there's no lake. Or maybe there's a lake and it's...
You live there
an
now.
Airbnb. Sure. Yes. There needs to be no other houses around.
Okay, valid. So, sorry.
In my head, it's like
leaves
this
on that
serene naturescape wherein nobody can see me.
It's because she wants to walk around noonie.
It is. I would love to be super naked in nature.
Same. Let's be real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe under runes, because like I said, I don't want to sit on things with my naked bits out.
Valid.
So if I'm sitting, I will have underwear on. Anyway.
Just so you know.
That's one of my goals.
I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Traveling to Ireland is one of my goals.
Yeah, I've always wanted to kiss the Blarney Stone. Always.
Oh.
Always. Since I was little, and I read about it in a Richard Scarry book. You know the little worm who drives the little apple?
Nope.
The little worm? The Busy World of Richard Scarry?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's the little worm who drives the little apple car. And there's cats who live in the village. It's very cute.
I'm sure it is.
Anyways, there was an episode and it was about the Blarney Stone. And anyways, I decided then that I needed to kiss the Blarney Stone.
I fucking love that for you. Yeah. Go fucking kiss the Blarney Stone.
Like I need the gift of gab.
So anyway, I love to look at houses on Zillow because I know that is an action that supports the goal, because I cannot purchase a house unless I am putting my eyeballs in a position to see the house to potentially purchase.
Yes.
So Like, Carrie and I have financial goals to help ourselves be in a position where that could be an option. Mm-hmm. So your steps that you take might not look super concrete towards your goals. Like, it might be setting up an automation in your bank to, like, save $100 a month for XYZ goal that you have.
Yeah.
That's just one example. There are so many routes that how you get there can take, that once you have things laid out for yourself, you're almost always working towards them if you are mindful about reminding yourself what you're working towards.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend meditation. Is how I typically remind myself the vibes that I'm working towards. Mm-hmm. And I think especially as a non-specific manifester, I really hold loosely the end result of the goal and the how I get there of the goal.
Yeah. And just trust that it will come to you the way it's supposed to.
Yes. And some days I struggle with that trust and I yell at the universe. For sure. I definitely did that like a week and a half ago. I was punching my punching bag and I was fucking pissed off at the universe. Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Oh, I was very angry.
Was this before or after our episode on surrender?
Before. It was an initiation so that I could do the episode on surrender. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then maybe
the universe is so sweet in giving me ways to prove that I mean it.
Yeah.
When I say things like, oh, we should do an episode on surrender. Oh, yeah? Here's a situation. Surrender!
Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is.
Basically. So sometimes surrendering looks like yelling out your anger at the universe. I think I yelled, "You betrayed me."
Oh, wow.
I was so mad. Well, because my book sales weren't where I thought they might be.
Yeah.
Like, I had run that Facebook ad and that crashed and burned.
Oh,
like,
no.
It got a lot of clicks,
yeah,
but not a lot of purchases.
Oh.
And even the click-through rate wasn't where I needed it to be for the ad to be profitable anyway.
Wow.
So I was very angry.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was attached to how it was going to happen.
Right.
I was going to release the book and I was going to do the ad and it was going to work in the way that I like just knew that it was going to work, and it hasn't yet.
Yes. Yes.
And sometimes surrender looks like being pissed off and feeling your authentic feelings, because what happens after I allow my very human, like, ego side to have her say and to share her feelings, that doesn't get then locked in my body as a stored emotion,
right? Because
I didn't allow her to feel it. And it allows me to feel more at peace because those feelings are out of me and not inside of me.
Right.
And when I can recalibrate to peace, then I can recalibrate to faith. And yeah, so I needed to yell at the universe.
Yeah.
And she's not mad at me for it, you know?
Yeah. Universe knows.
The universe is just love.
Yeah.
I see memes sometimes that are like, my spirit guides judging me for my poor decisions. And I'm like, your spirit guides are not judging you.
No.
Like, that's a funny meme, but, like, it's not true. Your spirit guides just hold loving space for you. Don't.
Like, they're just.
Don't betray yourself another layer by telling yourself that your spirit guides are mad at you, because they're not.
No. Your spirit guide is like the random girl you meet in the bathroom at the bar when you're like 21 who's like willing to hold your hair back while you puke or something. Like, she's the sweetheart.
Just a kind person.
Like, just the kind person who wants to help you out.
Yep. Yeah. What a good analogy.
Like, that's never happened to me, but like, I've heard. I mean, I've met a lot of kind drunk girls in bathrooms before,
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like, and I would have absolutely held somebody's hair.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah, I probably would have. I wouldn't have wanted to, but I would have done it.
I wouldn't have wanted, but I would have done it.
Whereas your spirit guides want to do the thing.
Yes,
like,
they definitely do.
It is the
if somebody,
honor of their existence.
If somebody was struggling in that moment, I would want to help. Because if I was in that position, I would wanted somebody to help me. I probably wouldn't in that moment want somebody to help me, but inside I would. Inside I would. Am I saying all the words out loud?
Yeah. It's like, you're right. I would technically want to help. I just don't want to help. You know what I mean?
Yes. I would want to help, but I don't want to be in the situation that is necessary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My human gets very exasperated about things like that specifically.
Mine too.
Because she knows we do genuinely want to help, which just makes it worse because it makes it inevitable. So we're going to do the thing, and then she gets resentful, and then she's like, why? And that's why I own a punching bag. Because I know the inevitability of my own goodness, and I'll do the thing. Not all of me is going to like it sometimes, but we're going to hold that lady's hair back. You know what I mean?
See, you get angry about it. I just get really tired and whiny about it afterwards.
Well, what's your not self theme for your human design?
Frustration.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. What's yours?
Anger.
Yeah, mine's frustration. No.
It can't. A generator's is frustration.
And maybe it's bitter.
Oh yeah, yours is bitterness. That explains why you whine about it afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Because you're bitter about having done it.
Yeah. Now I want somebody to baby me, take care of me.
Yeah, I get that. That's so interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I do get mad about it. Just very typical manifester.
Yeah. No, I do not. I do not get mad. I just then want to feel cared for myself.
I get that.
Get a little whiny about it. And when I say a little whiny, I mean a lot. Like I get annoyed with myself.
That's okay. I get annoyed with myself and I get angry too.
Great.
And then it's just this like annoyance anger spiral. And again, this is why I have a punching bag because that has to go somewhere.
Yeah. I just put myself to bed a lot.
I get that.
I mean, not a lot, but like when it gets to be too much.
When I get too sad, I put myself to bed.
Yeah.
Although, that's working less and less for me.
Oh.
Now that I said that out loud, that
because
works.
You need to feel your sadness and not just put yourself to sleep.
Yes! Fine!
Feel your feelings.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't just fart noise them away.
Inevitability. It's fine. Whatever. You guys can be weary of your own devotion also. That's a valid feeling.
Absolutely. The thing is that, like I used to be like, no, I don't want to feel my feelings either. But then I would just stay in the sadness.
Yeah. Because it's just lurking, ever present. Tap, tap, tapping at your chamber door. Yes. Edgar Allan Poe fucking knew.
He did.
That raven was your emotions, wanting you to feel them.
He was OG emo, I think.
Well, definitely A. It's been a long time since I've read The Raven, so that metaphor might not hold up.
That's funny.
But it is. If I have feelings that I know that I need to feel, it's very like telltale heart. It's very like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Fucking feel me, damn it!
Yeah. Let the melancholies just creep and hang heavy and heavy and heavy.
And it's all very unnecessary because if I just let myself feel the feelings initially, then I don't have that avoidance.
Yes.
That boom, boom. That
heavy cloud.
Walking of the plank. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's unnecessary if you just let yourself feel it when you're ready for it.
Then it's done.
Yeah. And so my goal is to always be as ready as possible, as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And that has served me well. Because it slows down on stagnant time.
Yes.
When you allow yourself to feel your feelings faster, that means that you get to move out of that feeling faster and into doing the things that you love to do. So there's not as much time spent in stuckness, in stagnancy, in freeze. And as a person who used to chronically be in freeze, that's a big fucking deal when you can work with yourself in that level.
Yeah.
So really, that's my ultimate goal. Feel all my feelings as authentically and as they come up as possible.
Yeah.
Like, as instantaneously as possible. Anger just happens to be one that I have shoved aside so many times that it is harder. Well, it used to be impossible to recognize.
Yeah, same.
Unless it was just so intense that I couldn't. But like small everyday angers would just add up. Yes. I would never acknowledge or feel them.
Same.
And right now I still struggle with some of them. Mm-hmm. And then they come up all of a sudden and I'm like, oh shit, I'm really angry about XYZ. Didn't know it.
Yes.
But now it's here. It's arrived.
Well, that's very similar for me. Growing up, I did not express anger. Mm-hmm. It was not
allowed.
Yeah, it was not a welcome feeling. Because it was just not, it was considered talking back. It was considered disrespectful. It was naughty. Because when you're young, you don't know how to express anger skillfully.
What a great way to say that. Mm-hmm. Well, because you don't have the skills.
No, you just don't have the skills. And especially if the people around you don't express anger skillfully themselves.
I'm sorry, she's being the cutest dog on the face of the planet
really
right now.
is.
Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh, she's got the little sleepy paw, like rubbing her little eyes.
Oh, and her little eyes are so sleepy.
Oh, yet. Oh, yet. You itch that little eye. My baby.
She's so sweet.
Oh my god, she's the sweetest dog I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, you.
Yes. Good girl.
She's like, I know you're talking to me, but I'm
staring
so
at me?
tired.
Okay, we'll give you your space, baby. We'll avert our eyes.
Yes.
You're such a good girl.
She's so cute.
Okay, what were you talking about? I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Just like that anger when you're young sometimes is really hard to express skillfully because you're not often taught how to express it skillfully. At least
no, you're just taught to not express it.
Yeah. So as an adult, I didn't express a lot of anger, especially with the little things either. Mm-hmm. Because I would just be like, oh, it'll be fine. It's fine. I won't say anything. It's fine. I won't say anything. It's fine. I won't say anything. Blah!
Yes.
Explode! Mm-hmm. And that's not good.
No, nor is it fair to whoever you've exploded upon.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely.
Because there is a mismatch in expectations and energies, and it can come very out of the blue.
Yeah.
And that's just not necessary for the people that I love.
Right.
At this current juncture. So I am doing the best I can to learn that skillful expression.
Yeah.
And kickboxing is a very skilled way because it's such a safe way for me to yell and scream and to physically get the anger out of my body. Moving my body forcefully helps me so much with my anger.
Yeah.
And Carrie and I were talking about this because he made a comment that he got all of his aggression out in sports.
Oh.
He was like, I didn't need to learn how to deal with my anger. I just took it out in football or whatever.
Interesting.
And as someone who did not play a lot of sports growing up, like I primarily played softball, there's not a lot of aggression. There's not a lot of...
like there is just when you swing the bat.
Yeah, or like, I guess hurling the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Running.
There's not a lot of this. And I want to get it out of my arms.
Yeah, yeah.
And...
What's arms? What is arms energetically?
I have no idea, but that's where my anger needs to leave my body, is vocally and through my arms.
Oh, I think I remember what arms is. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. Great. You can tell me now.
I think it's palms.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Louise.
Okay. Well, we'll explore more into that. But anyway, that is how I get punchy.
Yeah.
That's how I get the anger out of my body, and that's how it's good for me. And
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's my favorite time. I'd say cheers to my favorite time, but I am out of coffee because I suckled it all down.
Water, cheers.
I have to pee really bad.
Okay,
and I would have to lean forward to get that, and then it would
squish your bladder. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And now you all know why when we end the episode in 5 minutes, why. It's because I have to pee.
That, and it's because it will be time.
Oh, will we be at about an hour-ish?
I think we're about an hour-ish now.
Oh, 1:05, and we started a little early. Yeah. Look at us. Anytime we do more free-flowing episodes, a part of my ye ol' hypervigilance.
Yeah.
Worries about whether or not we're making time. Whose time?
Yeah, whose time? I think we've had some episodes that were like 45 minutes long at the beginning.
And so good.
Yeah.
And some of them are like 55 minutes long because editing. Yeah. So, yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
It can be however long we want it to be because it doesn't fucking matter.
That's right.
Also, I really do have to pee. So,
okay, so maybe we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, sorry guys. I gotta...
You don't have to apologize for your bodily functions.
Oh my god, you're right. I don't. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I'm not sorry. Deuces. No, I'm still not sorry, and love you, bye!
Mwah!